Welcome back to the channel. This is my 80-inch long by 4 feet deep by 4 feet tall for my Savannah monitor when it gets bigger. Yeah. So I took some 2x12s and 2x4s. It made a frame for the inside. It made it 16 inches deep for the substrate. And what I did was I took pond liner. Well, I waterproof painted it. And then I took the pond liner. I got it set. I tucked it in. And then I screwed the 2x4s into the 2x12s to hold the pond liner in. Which I don't really like working pond liner, but I just don't trust the tarp. And I need the substrate to be deep enough, so I had to make a frame. But I have some cinder blocks, which I'm going to take a slate tile or a paver, and I'm going to make a basking area over here. And I think I'm going to get more so they can have like 2 more cinder blocks right here and put those closer together. I'm not sure yet. I gotta run to Home Depot and get the stuff, and I'll figure it out as I'm going. So they can have a temperature gradient when they bask. So if they don't want to bask where it's too hot, they can kind of go where it wants. Which my Savannah monitor is still pretty small yet, but I wanted to get a start on it so I could slowly start working on it. I'm not in a rush to get this done. Find out I have a 3 to 5 foot lizard potentially. So yeah, so I did that. Right now I got a 4 foot beams work light on it just to see what I'm doing. But the lighting I'll kind of screw around with after, but I want to get the basking spot, the water dish set, and then start filling it in with the substrate. And then I'll worry about the heating and stuff after. I'll probably do a radiant heat panel. Then a mercury vapor bulb with a basking Arcadia flood light, basking light. So yeah, it's gonna be bioactive too. So yeah, I went with the Vision Sun. I like them a lot better than the Zazzy I went with for my ball python. I don't really care for this brand, but thing is, I had this stand and it has wheels. So the dimensions that I needed, this brand was the only brand that made it. So it's a 5 foot long by 3 feet high by 2 feet deep. So yeah, I decided to do that. I guess I'll show you. Yeah, she likes to sleep on the radiant heat panel, so I thought by making a little perch that you could get like at a hardware store, it's just a patio end table or whatever, those plastic ones. I thought she'd sleep up there, but she don't care for it. Yeah, she likes to sleep up there. She's a climber. So I took a branch, zip tied it twice because there's actually holes on the side. And I put some substrate, but it's kind of hard to keep humid because if I water that, then it's going to get too humid on the bottom because these grow tents hold humidity in too well. I was actually having problems with the humidity being too high versus it being too low. So yeah, I got a PVC pipe with I got something blocking off on the end so she can't get out. Same with here, I did some netting and I zip tied it and she hasn't gotten out, so it's working to get a little ventilation here because the humidity was getting nuts. But yeah, that's where she likes to sleep. So this is just kind of an update. I've been kind of tinkering around with this too. But yeah, at least with the Savannah monitor, I don't have to worry about climbing up that high on stuff, so on the radiant heat panel and stuff, so that'll be nice. So I'm just kind of working on that right now. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I did a reheat panel for this one, which it worked really nice. And then the flood basking lamp, 75 watt, and it seems to be heating it up pretty well. So I haven't really had issues. And I do a little water dish for her because she doesn't like to soak. I've tried it with the big one where she could fit in, and she just kind of goes around it. So she hates a bigger water dish. So I do smaller ones so she can utilize more space. Because I've tried it where to get her to go in the water dish, but she doesn't care for bigger water dishes. So which I'm using it for my baby Savannah monitor right now, so it works out pretty well. But yeah, so this one's going to be quite a bit of work just because I gotta have more substrate in there. And, like, I definitely need UVB in there, which I'll get UVB for her eventually. I just gotta figure out how I want to get it in there. I haven't been able to figure anything out yet, so and it's not like I don't know. I've used UVB for her, and it doesn't really seem to make a difference. So I don't know. Eventually, I'll probably get her one. It's just, yeah, because I'll probably upgrade her to a 6-foot Vision Sun, and then I'll actually be able to hook more stuff up in there, or Viv Sun, or however you pronounce it. But yeah, I like these, so yeah, I'm gonna go to Home Depot, pick up some supplies, and go from there and see. And I guess I'll just keep uploading videos when I make progress. I just want to get the basking spot so I can start freaking working on the substrate, or getting substrate in there, and I can slowly buy bags of topsoil and sand. So, and then I can get the isopods established in there and springtails. Like, cause she probably won't be going in here probably until like spring. Depends how fast she grows, but and I think it's a she. I'm not 100% sure, so it could be a male. But yeah, we're gonna go with yeah, I'm just working on building her trust right now. If I bring her down here, she's not gonna really be able to view me as well. So once I can start handling her and stuff, maybe I'll bring her down here. But I gotta get it tamed down first. So yeah. And then once I get her tamed down and handle her, then I'll probably put her in here. But I want to wait until she gets a little bit bigger, just so she doesn't freaking hide in these things. I want to make sure, which I might have to figure something out for that. I'm not sure yet, to block that off so she can't get in there. But I don't know. It's kind of a work in progress. I'm kind of tinkering around with it right now, so I can get the stuff and then kind of slowly buy this stuff, because I want to do a radiant heat panel for sure, because they work very, very well. The basking lights and stuff, that'll be easy. UVB, probably gonna just use a mercury vapor bulb. I might do an Arcadia. I'm not sure yet, but I'll probably start with a mercury vapor bulb first, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, I'm just slowly tinkering away on it. So who knows? Maybe I'll install a 4-foot Arcadia light in here across for UVB. But I heard mercury vapor bulbs work pretty well, so I might just go with that. Less stuff I gotta hook up. So eventually, my plan is to build her an 8-foot PVC enclosure. It's just I don't have a truck to be able to pick it up and bring it in my house. So plus I'd like to just have an upgrade for now that's cheaper, so I can get her at least in a 80-inch one, and that should last quite a while. I guess we'll see how big she gets too, but yeah, I eventually definitely want to do an 8-footer. That's what I made the stand for, so I'd like to upgrade to 8 feet eventually, but right, I wanted to do the 8-foot grow tent, but the problem is my ceiling's too low. My ceiling's 78 inches, and they only make grow tents in 8 feet. They're 8 feet long by 6 feet, or by, ugh, I forget how tall they are. They're freaking too tall for my ceiling. I know that. Yeah, so. Yeah, no, because I think they're 80 inches tall, which my ceiling's only 78, so I won't be able to fit. So it won't work, so. That's why I had to go with this one. I would have preferred to do the 8-foot grow tent, but they don't make them short. Like, if they made it 8 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot, that would be perfect, but. Or even 5 foot tall would be fine, but yeah. But it's still technically over the minimum, so we'll see. But eventually I'd like to do an 8-footer. But for now, this is the cheapest, quickest option until I can get a truck and actually build some and actually haul it and be able to build it. But for now, this will work. And then who knows, if I upgrade her to 8-foot, I might throw a ball python in this one. We'll see. But that's all I got.